Hello and welcome back, everybody. This is my 1991 Honda TRX250X. Recently I've noticed that this thing's got a fuel leak. I think it's from the petcock, because if I reach under here I can feel a couple drops and it smells like fuel, so it's obviously not oil splashing back up. So anyhow, in this video we're going to take this thing apart, see what it needs, if it needs a rebuild, a whole petcock, or if a line's busted, or what the case may be. But yeah, we're going to see if we can fix this thing, so let's hop into it. Alright, first thing we're going to do is pull up our seat and rear fenders. Really simple, just pull that lever and they pop right off. Okay, so I just washed this thing, so there's a little bit of water on this, so I'm going to take a towel and wipe that off real quick. Alright, so if you look in here, it's got two bolts right there that mount it and nothing up front, and right there is the petcock. So I think I'm going to take these two bolts out and try to slide the tank out, because to take this front piece off I have to take all my handlebar stuff off, which is not fun. And the reason for that is because these plastics are aftermarket. The original set would have a piece that comes to around here, and I think, I could be wrong on this, no, never mind. This whole piece that wraps around is one piece, I'm pretty sure, and it's just this guy up here, so just pop that off and then this would slide forward and it'd be all the way. Anyhow, let's take this tank out. 12mm ratchet wrench. Take these guys, loosen them up a hair. Pop the bolt out. Same thing on the other side. Wolfing out so he's out of the way. So a guy took a gander up on there and looked at the fuel line, and it's a little tricky to get to. So I'm gonna get that off and I'll show you guys when I'm ready to take the tank out. I got that line popped off, and all I can say is good luck to future me. So let's see if we can snag this tank out of this thing. Down there, I guess. There. Getting somewhere. Come on. Here we go. All right. Okay, put it back in. Alright. There we go. Up on the table she goes. We're at our premium workbench here, and I'm gonna see if I can spot where it's leaking from. Alright. Looking at our line, I don't know if you can really tell, but it's all very uneven on there, which can be a leak. Looks kind of split on the ends too, so that might be an issue. But getting closer to this petcock, it's seeming pretty wet. So I think I'm going to drain the fuel and just take it apart, or take it out, I guess. We'll take it from there, I don't know. So I have our line off here. This is what I was talking about earlier. It's really not great, and there's the split and stuff. So here is on the actual petcock part of it. You can see that's pretty slash cut, and it was only on there by a little bit on the top, and this wasn't very tight. So that might have been an issue as well for why it's leaking. So I've got as much out of this tank as I can, and I noticed that I think this nut is loose because this can move. That could also be a leak as well. So yeah, that is loose. I just got that with my finger. That isn't helping anything. So yeah, there could be like 8 leaks on this. Alright. Try to get this out nicely. Yikes. Okay. Looking at this way, right? go. That wouldn't have been good if that broke off in there. Alright. Yikes, it's a little rusty in here. See if I can drain any more out of this, and then we'll take a look on the inside. So, I'm gonna pop this, I don't know, switch thing here, or whatever you want to call this, control. The plastic piece. Take this out so it's just not in our way. I don't know if that's the right hardware, but it is now. Okay, so there's a washer on there. Alright, I'm gonna pop this sediment bowl off, see what that looks like. He was a little loose, probably fine. Not great. Could be better. Also, could be worse. Here, you come on. Alright, I got this torn apart a little bit here. I got it cleaned up. Looked on the internet, and there's rebuild kits for like this part here, and that's usually what leaks. But in this case, I don't think that's what it is. So I'm gonna put this back together, and yeah, we'll start with that for now. Alright, so now put this in a little bit. Okay, good. Now the seal, I know, is gonna be in there good. Maybe. So you want to keep that nice and flat against there so it's not possibly popping out, but sometimes it's just not how it goes. Okay, so as of now, that's already tighter than it was when I took it out. Did you look at that? I guess we'll pop this back on. So that's reserve. That's off. Is that where we want it? Let's make our screw in. Just go a hair past that. We should be good. Stick our sediment bowl back on. Still messed it up. Find a wrench for that. That's it. Perfect. Tighten down just a hair. Let's go a bit more. Calling that good. Yep. Plenty tighter than it was before, so let's see if this guy will be long enough. And if we can still use them. I don't think so. We might just put a straighter line in, if you know what I mean. Got our fuel line here. I'm going to straighten up these ends a little bit. If it's too short when I put it on the machine, it's not really a big deal because it was too short anyhow. And I was probably planning on replacing this hose, so not that big a deal. Jeez, that wasn't a very straight cut. Yikes, it's getting worse and worse. Yay. Alright, I guess we're gonna leave it. Kind of horrendous. I don't don't know why I did that really. Maybe it was just squishing too much. Hey, it's future me. Let's put this on. Alright. So, I don't think that's going to stay on there, so we'll leave it there for now. Stick this tank in here. I'm going to get behind the machine so I can see it a bit better. What's the problem? Take our hose clamp, which is not OEM. I mean, it says it's ideal, but I don't know if I agree with that. This is rubber mounted, so they don't need to be crazy tight. That's pretty solid. Take the cap, put this back on. Come on. Yeah? Alright. Guess we'll put our back plastics on and roll it outside. So it did get the second notch. Sometimes this thing doesn't like to go to the second notch, but did that time. Alright. You thought it would be that easy? Nah. Look at this. Not that big of a mess we have to clean up, surprisingly. Alright, I'll get these cleaned up and then we'll go outside. Okay, I'm only going to dump a little bit of fuel in this thing. We'll see if it leaks, and we'll take from there. If it doesn't, we'll fire it up, take it for a drive, or have it run, see what it does, all that. Tell me if it leaks, okay? Alright, I'm going to turn it on and see what it does. It's a little low, so I'm going to put it on reserve. Alright, I don't think I see any leaks or feel any, so I guess we'll fire it up, see if that changes anything. Probably won't, but never know. Choke. There's a wire I need to fix on here. It's all bent up. I think it's because of the aftermarket light that it's only really works in one position. When it's in the right spot, it fires up pretty quickly. Something just flew in my face. All right. Okay. Keep kicking. There we go. You guys tell me what you think. That's just a little bit of water on there. That's not fuel. I think we're good. I gotta give you guys a little ride, so I'm gonna throw on my helmet and we'll just take it for a rip quick. guys, I think that's going to be it for this week. I think we got her fixed. I don't see any leaks. She rips pretty good, so see you guys next time.